Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another Ramble session. I hope y'all are doing well. I am doing okay. And yeah, just sitting in my room. I had my coffee, I'm drinking my shake. I had my computer time already. And so yeah, I thought I'd come on and share what's been going on here. I hope y'all had a lovely weekend. Here in the US, we had a Memorial Day weekend. So we had a 3-day weekend, which was nice. And yeah, I just, a big thank you, heartfelt thank you to those servicemen and women out there and their families that sacrifice, to keep our country safe and free. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So I hope you all had a nice weekend as well. And we pretty much did nothing. as per usual. My husband had his surgery, and yeah, things didn't really go as planned. Everything's okay, I guess. Yeah, he if you watch my last Ramble session, he was going in to have his fourth tumor removed from his esophagus. And when they got in there, they could not get the whole thing at one time. So he has to wait 6 to 8 weeks for his esophagus to heal before he can go back in and have the rest of it taken out. It's going to be a little bit more difficult surgery. So yeah, we were quite disappointed when we heard that. So yeah. My poor husband, he has been having these resections literally every 6 to 8 weeks since February. So the one that he just went in for, was his third resection. So now before summer, he's going to end up having 4 surgeries. And that is only provided that the pathology doesn't come back with something or they find another tumor. So anyway, there's that. So yeah, we're still holding out the hope and all of that, resting in the grace and mercy of the Lord. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep on keeping on. So while I was at the hospital, I did a few things. I worked on my baby blanket, which I then ended up ripping out. I'll show you that in a minute. And then I did work on these girls. I drew these freehand. This one I got I got inspiration from Pinterest. This is just from my little brain. And this one is from James Burke, his little swatch dolls. And they are super cute and easy to do. And I really do enjoy sketching in my one of my books that I carry in my purse. And I'll show you that now. Oh, and also, just in case you're wondering, I don't know, maybe you're not, maybe you could care less. These borders right around here, that's not washi tape. That is from my Inner Explosions book. And I know I've showed you this, showed? Whatever, you know what I'm saying. I know you have seen this before, okay? This is a book, it's a Midori Traveler's Notebook insert that I keep in my purse at all times because I never know when I'm going to need it. So what I did with this, let me ask you a question too. What I did with this is I went through the whole book, right? And I just splattered, this stuff. What's it called? Tim Holtz Distress Stain, okay? Distress Stain all over the pages and whatnot, okay? Just to add a little bit of color, right? And then when I am feeling anxious, upset, not feeling well. Apparently last July, I was not feeling well. So I usually put the date that I did this and just a little tiny, just a few words explaining what was going on. Yeah, and so then what I do with this is this holds all of my innermost thoughts, right? It holds the things that I don't want anybody else reading. It holds my thoughts and feelings that I do not want to return to, but still feel the need to get them out of my system. And it has worked for me in the past. It also is a great way to keep your hands moving and your mind going, you know. And so, yeah, if you're in, you know, I usually write in this like when I'm waiting at the hospital for my husband or whatever. And so, see, this was back in 2016. I haven't written in this since last year, believe it or not. Almost a year. It's been almost a year since I've written in it. And yeah, so that's good news. That's good news. But what I do is I start at the top and I write from the top down. Then I turn the book upside down and write from the bottom back up. Then I turn it this way and write across, okay? Then I flip it around this way and write going this way, all right? Now, it serves two purposes. One, of course, like I said, to get out all the yucky part that is in my brain. It's like a brain dump, and sometimes it can be rather nasty. So that is one good thing about it. And then when I'm all done with it, you know, I think these pages are beautiful in their own way, and I use them in either an art piece, an art card, like these little things here. Oh, wait. Okay. Like these little bits, you know, I use those in my Fauxbo. So that's what I did. I cut a page out of here and I cut it up into strips and I used it as washi. And yeah, so that's what I did. And that's what I drew my girls on. So that's why they are, you know, here's another little girl I drew. Her neck is weird though. Her neck's coming out, so I guess it's more like that. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do with her, but I love drawing and I just don't do it enough, you know? Yeah, I really want to draw. Oh, I had a question for you. Let me see. For any of you guys out there that have Tim Holtz Distress Stain, okay? I'm a little flustered because I went to go make some more of my smush papers, right? And this is what I used for it. And this is Ripe Persimmon, which is this color, this orange color. Love it. And I love the combo of pink and orange. You know I do. And then I have the pink one, whatever the pink one is called. Let me see. This one here, which is Picked Raspberry. Okay. I absolutely love the color orange. It's one of my faves. But look what happened. Let me know if this has happened to you before. Whoops, that was a lot. Look at it. That color right there is brown. That is not this. So my question is I wonder if shake well before using, remove cap, lightly press against surface to release the liquid, quick, easy ink coverage for backgrounds in large areas, mist with water to lighten color and create mottled effects, apply layers of stain for more saturated color, coordinates with the distressed palette of products, blah, blah, blah. Okay. As far as I know, I don't see, well, it does say 7/14, so maybe it does have an expiration date on it. But who knew? And my room does not get sunlight, so it's not like the sun has gotten to it. This room right here is basically a cave. So has that ever happened to you guys, that you have a distress stain that like totally changes color or loses color or does something weird with color? I don't know. It was just very odd, and I'm upset. Now I have to try to get another distress stain because I love that color. And all the other ones are fine from what I understood, from what I saw. Anyhow, so there's a little bit on this. And I drew some girls and I worked on my baby blanket. What else? Oh, you know what? I wanted to show you something. Last night I was watching Charlene Sherrod. And I'll leave her link below. She had this really great idea, and remember when, in my last Ramble session, I had said that Brooke and I from Recreations by Brooke, and you know, make sure you always check my description box. Anyone I mention that has a YouTube channel goes in it. So yeah, I was talking to Brooke and we were discussing, you know, junk journals. She makes beautiful, beautiful junk journals, as does Charlene. So, and they both have Etsy stores, so make sure you go over to their channels and check them out. I very rarely make junk journals because it takes me forever and a day to complete one, okay? Now, some of that is because when I make a junk journal, I pretty much immediately give it away. And so I don't have a junk journal. I have other people's junk journals, but I don't have a sample of a junk journal that I myself have made. So I was talking to Brooke the other day and I was like, you know, I really need to make a junk journal for myself, and just as a sample book to show all the different things you can do on a page, right? So then I was watching my YouTube channels last night and I came across Charlene's channel, and she actually did a video on this very thing. She made herself, no, what she did was she used an altered composition book, and she had altered the composition book and was going to use it as her Fauxbo. Then she decided not to use it as her Fauxbo, so she went ahead and used it as an idea book. And then you'll have to go see the video because she has a lot of really great ideas. And then I was thinking last night, oh my gosh, you know, that's exactly what I want to do. Although with a little bit of a twist on it. She had hers, the ideas in, you know, a composition book, but I want to actually make my own junk journal with all of the different samples of things you can put, so that when I do make another junk journal in the event that that occurs, I can go through this idea book and say, oh yeah, I want an envelope like that on this page, or oh, I want this on that page. Okay, so it's a fabulous idea, it really is. I just need to finish the first junk journal I started. Anyway, but then when I woke up this morning, do any of you guys ever like wake up dreaming of crafting? Am I the only one? I can't possibly be. I really can't. So I was thinking about this last night. This is one of the first junk journals I made out of a repurposed book. And I do believe I added my own spine to it. And I just put duct tape on it. And I used the easy twine binding system. And let's see how many signatures. There are 4 signatures in here. I made this book back in 2014, okay? And it just, thinking about Charlene's video and all of that, I remembered making this book, and it has sat on my shelf, and I'm glad that I took it out. What I used this book for, and it's a junk journal, right? What I used this book for was to house all of the different ideas I had gotten off of YouTube, not necessarily for junk journaling. I want to make a separate junk journal for that. This is just ideas on how to do certain things, and like how to make enamel dots out of pony beads, right? So I usually would put like where I got the idea from. Okay, so yeah, DIY enamel dots, and then I would write down the directions. Yeah, here it is. I wrote down the directions. Oh, I found this on Corrine. Maybe it's Corrine's Creations. Yeah, way back in 2014. Oh my goodness gracious, yeah. So that's what this book was for, right? And then here are handmade stickers. So painted mailing labels, right? And you can turn these into tabs. I mean, they make fabulous tabs. I really need to go through this book because now I'm getting so many ideas and, you know, things that you can do. That was weird. Something just climbed on my window. This was from Spellbound 987. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to dig out some of these and make some more of these, because they were really fun. I might have used my jelly plate. Anyway, yeah, so that's how, so here's some more labels, and a Sharpie works on them. Oh, here's a picture of what they look like before you'd peel them off, and then they would look like this. But super cute idea. Yeah, I had made some handmade washi tape. I mean, so many different ideas, and where I got them from. The excuse me. I have some quotes in here. I don't know what that is. Infinity pen markers. Do these work on tracing paper? Yes. Oh, this is quite fun to go through. Yeah, I'll have to go through this. Look at these pretty little flowers that I did just with Sharpie and, I don't know, wax paper or something. That was from Shannon Green. So yeah, just a lot of different, just little doodles that I did of lotus flowers. Yeah, this was a book for a lot of different things. This was transparent acrylic skins from Jane Davies. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, and I would write down, like I said, I would write down the instructions, because, you know, sometimes YouTube channels come and go, and usually you can still find the YouTube channel on there. The person just might not be active anymore. But my first index card a day, that was inspired by Gina Ahrens. Oh my goodness. I mean, just so many different things. Cat hands, colored circles. Oh my gosh, yeah. I'll have to go through this and just look at all the different things. So anyway, just a little idea for you as well, if you're searching for an idea to keep your ideas. Golly. I hope that made sense. Did I tell you, I started this video over again, so I'm not sure if I told you that I did receive finally my new Crop-a-dile. If you guys remember, sorry for the glare, what happened last time, this was the first one I purchased from Michael's, and if you see up at the top, it's really hard to tell. These two things right here, right there, did not line up. They were off a smidge, and I could not make my eyelets work. So I contacted the company. They sent me a brand new one, and this one appears to line up perfectly. However, now I'm having issues with how I do my eyelets. Is that normal? It doesn't look normal to me. I don't know. The front of it, maybe I'm squeezing it too hard. Can you see that? I don't know. I'm gonna have to work on it. Now, one of the problems could be because I'm using these very cheapo eyelets from Michael's, okay? And when I spoke with the company, We Are Memory Keepers, they did tell me, they said, if you use other eyelets, not We Are Memory Keeper eyelets, things could go awry, okay? Because they're not made from the same material. And of course, We Are Memory Keepers wants to sell their stuff, to go with their products, obviously. And perhaps they're made specifically for their products, whatever. So I want to ask you guys something. All of you who watch me that do junk journals and or use eyelets, and I do have some We Are Memory Keepers. Like this one here is a big one. It's a 316. This one right here, if you can see it. Oh gosh. That one. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do it right now. I don't know if I'm pressing too hard, if I'm not pressing hard enough. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm just using the wrong eyelets. Yeah, I'm definitely a spaz. Y'all know that. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. We're going to try it right here and see. This is actually a We Are Memory Keeper. So, now, I do have the settings correctly placed. I have read the directions, so yeah, everything's in its place. Now this little knobby do right here goes on top. I don't know if y'all know that, but yeah, it goes on the top, so it goes like this. So let me see if I can show you this way here. See, that knobby thing goes like that. Okay. All right. So I hope you could see that. So you stick your eyelet in there, and then you put the knobby-do thing on the top. Okay, now I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit. Did I squeeze that? Okay, look at that, look at that. I did squeeze it. I don't know if you can tell, but see, it is starting to splay, and it appears as though it is starting to splay equally. So I'm just gonna give it a little squeeze, sorry. Okay, let's see how we did. See? I don't like that. All of these should be splayed. Like it's now split into fourths, and that's not usually what I see. Normally I see a little ring around it, and it's, I don't know. I don't like this. Am I not doing it properly? Someone tell me, someone help me, please. But I don't like that. I think that's ugly. If you rub your finger over it, it is sharp. I don't know what I'm doing. Somebody help me, please. Because I'm not doing it properly. I don't know. And again, I do have these set properly. It's on 1, which is what it's supposed to be, and this is on A, which is what it is supposed to be for a 3/16 no washer. Okay, no washer. I don't have a washer on this. Now, is that part of my problem? I need ones with washers. Another question for you guys who use eyelets a lot, because I really want to use this fabulous tool. Another question for you guys is, where do you get your eyelets? Do you order them from We Are Memory Keepers? You know, yeah, like, do you just get them at Michael's and they come out fine for you? Do you get them off of Etsy? You know, please, please, please let me know, if you will, where you get your eyelets. And yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep trying. Okay. So then last week, here they are. If you remember, I showed a tutorial on how to make these very sweet little pockets out of book text, recycled book text. And I got the idea from Patricia Viramontes, so go over and check her out. Check out her videos. She's got a load of videos where she uses up her book text. And I made mine rather colorful. So yeah, these were a lot of fun to make. And so I did that last week, and they were great fun. And then last but not least, crochet. I hope this is dry because I don't want to stain this. Here is the beginnings again of a baby blanket. I had started this baby blanket a while ago, and in, you know, of course, true Elizabeth fashion, and because I know absolutely nothing about crochet, when I started this, I had like 2 skeins of this variegated yarn. Well, it wasn't nearly enough to make an entire baby blanket. So I went to the store and I got pink and white. And because this baby blanket is for a girl baby. And so I got the pink and white, and then I started adding on to it, you know, at the top, and then I thought, well, it's got to be even. So if I have pink on the top, I got to have pink on the bottom. But then, and remember in one of my videos, I said, oh, I'm going to try and work the granny stitches going this way, right? Doesn't work. And you crocheters out there were probably saying, oh, Elizabeth, this is going to crash and burn. Yeah, it did. So I took the entire thing out and I started all over again. So this is going to have 3 rows of pink, and then there's 1 row of white, 1 row of variegated, 1 row of white, and then I'm going to have about 10 rows of pink, whatever I can get out of the rest of this ball of yarn. And let me put something there. Yeah, whatever I can get out of the rest of this ball of yarn. And then after the pink, I'm going to do 3 rows of white. And then I'm going to do the entire section of variegated yarn. And then I'll do the exact opposite on the other side. Because I do have another skein. I have 2 skeins of pink. And this skein is almost used up of the pink. And I have 2 skeins of white. And the white I'm only using in very small amounts. And then my border is going to be white. And I think I am going to try to attempt to do a granny border. I mean, why not? Why couldn't I do a granny border? Although I said, why not? Why couldn't I just add on to this? And that was a mistake. So anyway, if it's a mistake, it's no biggie because I'll just go around and do a regular border. And I always like to put scallop borders on my little blankets or whatever. I just think it looks so precious. So we'll see how this turns out. I don't know. I'm really hoping I can get it done soon. So yeah, anywho, I'm gonna work on my Fauxbo, which is here, not there. Redo my things here. Oh, please let me know about the eyelets, you guys. I'm so lost with it. It's not even funny and it's driving me insane. So yeah, let me know if you feel like it. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me and sticking it out with me if you've come this far. So I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day and a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.